Here we go. All right, looks like we are live and ready to go. And this is a very, very special Zoom and a unique Zoom. You probably will not have an opportunity to see anything like this from this group again. So you definitely want to make sure that you pay close attention and that you put all things aside, because tonight can change everything for you. My name is Tracy Walker. I am very honored and privileged to be here with this amazing group of people. I am a baseball mom. I'm actually just getting in from a game. I'm a documented seven-figure earner inside of the network marketing and internet marketing spaces. I'm what I call a master recruiter because we teach people how to recruit with ease, and I happen to be a business automations expert. That means while I was at baseball, I had things working in my business for me where we can generate leads, we can generate sales, we can get enrollments into our businesses or customers into our affiliate programs without having to be present. All right. And this amazing group of people that you see happen to be some of our amazing team members that you are going to hear from on tonight. And I'm telling you, these are definitely some results that you are going to want to check out. All right. So before we even get going, I actually want to introduce you to my awesome, amazing co-host in the building. He's actually on vacation. You guys might know or may not know he lives in Denver, but he's over here on the East Coast with us, hanging out in Florida with some family. Mr. Aaron Rashkin, multiple seven-figure earner, leader, trainer, coach, all those good things. Aaron, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's happening, Tracy Walker? Great to see you guys. Great to see everybody here on the Zoom tonight. We got something really special to share. Super excited. Always a pleasure to work with you side by side, running to the top, bringing people with us from all over the world. And yeah, I'm really excited about what everybody's got to share tonight. We have a lot of great people to bring out for those of you that are just new to the community, or you maybe just watching for the very first time. You're going to hear from some very, very special people who were just like you at one time, that were searching for some solutions to some very big problems that all of us as network marketers, direct sales people, and affiliate marketers face every single day, which include, not having enough quality people to talk to about our business and put our business in front of, and not making enough daily cash flow, which we have the solution to both those problems and many more that we're going to cover tonight. So great to be here, Tracy. Got a full belly, lots of sushi tonight. Family's well fed, everyone's tucked away, and let's rock and roll.
All right, well, good for you. I think all I ate was some Chick-fil-A French fries. How about that? Okay, so we're gonna go with
I ate enough for all of us. We're good to go.
Sushi and fries. Let's do it. All right. So guys, we wanted to put this very special Zoom together. We're calling this our live results broadcast. All right. And the reason that we are doing this is because there's a group of people that we are working with, Aaron talked about, that are achieving some amazing results with the marketing system that we are using. And it's called the multiple income funnel. Now, there may be some people that aren't sure of what a funnel is, or you may have heard of what a funnel is, or it may seem a lot more complicated and you're kind of like checking out. You can check out sometimes because it may appear to be like it's more challenging than what it is. But guys, listen, a funnel is nothing more than a process, right? It's a systematic process and a way that we move people from point A to point B. Think about an assembly line, right? And now you might not have ever worked in a factory, but you probably could consider what it would be like in a factory, right? And you've got the people that start the process, right? Let's say it's bread, or you're putting something into a container, and then you've got another group of people that might put some things onto a conveyor belt. You've got some other people that might put some other stuff in a jar, right? You got another group of people that might close the jar. Then you got a group of people that might put it in a box, and you got a group of people that move the box off the belt onto a truck, right? Now that's just my little, I don't know what system that is, but you guys follow what I'm saying. There's a process, right? It's a step 1, a step 2, a step 3, and a step 4. When we're marketing our network marketing businesses and our affiliate programs online, having a streamlined process that allows us to expose people to our businesses, be able to follow up with them, be able to present to them, give them an opportunity to join or buy, and then also start the onboarding process. Guys, we like to do that without having to physically be present. Imagine that. Imagine being able to help people get started in a business that they're excited about or program, and you don't have to physically speak with them up front. Now, maybe on the back, because we want to build relationships, and it's a people business, right? It's not completely hands off, but imagine what your business would look like if you didn't have to step in and pre-qualify every single person by DM, by phone, by text, right? Imagine that you could present to people and you didn't have to do the presentation, and the presentation actually converted into a sale, and you actually made money. You got a text notification or an email notification that let you know while you were at dinner, sushi, while I'm at baseball, while some people are at work. Some people, this is happening when people are sleeping. This is happening when people are in their gardens. This is happening when people are in the elevator, right? Driving to work or whatever. And then being able to just plug people in, and guess what? They're excited, right? They are excited to get started, and they want to know, what's my next step? Well, that's exactly what the multiple income funnel allows us to do. Now, if you've been around for any period of time, you may know that Aaron is someone who is not new to this at all, right? He would be what I call an expert. Okay, Aaron was making multiple millions of dollars when I first got online, and I was blown away by his skill set back in 2008 and 9 when I first got started, right? So he's someone I would consider an expert, right? But you may be watching this and you're completely brand new, right? You have no idea about any of this, and you may be thinking, yeah, but Aaron can do it. I'm not going to be able to do it. Well, we're going to prove you wrong here tonight, because we got tons of people that have probably been in your shoes. They may even be in your shoes right now, and I can't wait to share some of their successes with you. Before we jump right into things, Aaron, did you want to prep the audience and get them ready? Anything I skipped or missed, or anything that from your expertise they need to know before we start?
Yeah, a couple of things. First and foremost, Tracy, can you make me a co-host of the Zoom, just so I can help keep it nice and quiet? If you're speaking, I can mute out what we need to. All right, that's first and foremost. Second and foremost is that you kind of use the example of a factory, right? So I drive through a car wash every single day. Okay, I drive through a car wash every single day, and because I'm a car clean snob, and I noticed that when I drive through the car wash, it's the same exact process from start to finish, right? I know that when I pull up to that car wash, exactly what to expect, right? The first thing I got to get done is they spray my car with water, right? Then they squirt it with the soap, and then these big old brushes come and they smack the front of my car and hit the windshield, and then they got the rollers, right? And it's real soft, but it's just enough to make contact with my vehicle, and the conveyor belt just kind of moves me along until I get through all the soap and the brushes, and then they spray my car with water, and then they blow it all off. And while all that's going on the inside, the only thing that car wash owner has to do is get cars to the front of the line, meaning they just have to get people to get their wheels lined up with the tracks and just let the car go in neutral, and boom, the car's getting washed, right? And what comes out on the other end is a brand new, perfect looking car. Well, that's exactly the way that the multiple income funnel works. All we have to do is just focus on marketing one single link to get the right people in front of the right message at just the right time. And the way we know if it's the right person is by the way we market, the way we put the message out there. We let people know that, like Tracy shared, we believe in automation, we believe in technology, we believe in working smart and not just working hard. Now, working hard is important too. You've got to put the time and energy in. You can't just sign up and pray that everything's going to happen for you. You've got to get your system set up. You've got to get the right people in front of the right message. But we have all of the traffic sources already in the system. And because we have a message, all right, from our system, right? Our system is actually designed by an expert. An expert, somebody who's made tens of millions of dollars, right? Makes multiple millions of dollars per year, taking people who are looking for what we already have to offer and introducing them to this concept of automation and technology and putting the right message in front of the right person. And if it's just the right time for somebody who's looking for an opportunity to change the quality of their life, his message, his video, his automation and technology is so on point. And this is why the guy has made tens of millions of dollars. He allows us to leverage that automation and technology. And we basically use his system to get the message into the hands of the right people so they can make a decision about using his system so that they can duplicate to reach out to the same kind of people that they are, that are looking for opportunities to make major changes in their life, whether it's to pay off some bills, right? You might want to just pay off some bills. You might want to make some extra money to, get out of debt, right? Start paying off some of those high interest credit cards. You might want to, pay off some bills, get out of debt. You might want to travel more, right? If you want to take some more vacations every year, right? If you want to reduce some financial pressure around your home or in your heart or in your head, right? Maybe make good on some old promises that you haven't kept, right? Catch up on your finances, your freedom, and your life so that you can get back in total control of your way of living and your peace of mind, which is what everybody is seeking right now that's looking for new ways to make money. So that's what this system is all about. It's about getting the right message in front of the right person at just the right time with a message that actually helps people make decisions quickly, right? So that they can get into action and then use what's called speed of implementation by setting up their system, putting their company, whatever their primary network marketing or affiliate marketing opportunity is, in that funnel, so that as soon as they get a brand new member, that member sees what's available to them, and then they get a chance to join with the person who introduced them to the system in the first place. So it's about putting the right message in front of the right person at just the right time, then presenting the opportunity. The person who's showing the opportunity gets paid before anybody joins their team. So for you, if cash flow is an issue, this is gonna solve your problem. If getting the right people to look at your business has been an issue, this is gonna solve your problem. If having the ability to reach out to people past your warm market, right? Past your social media, right? Past the people that are in your contact list inside your phone, right? If you want to build in a cold market and have nobody, right, judge you or judge the opportunity because they already know who you are, this is the perfect system to duplicate in the cold market. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't offer it to people that you know and know of. We're not saying that you should never talk to anyone that you know or know of. Those are the easiest people to talk to because they already know you. They already like you. Now, when they already know and like you, they'll listen. But when they trust you, you'll do business. And a big problem that most people have in this industry, in network marketing, affiliate marketing, and direct sales, they don't have a lot of people trust them because they've never had success. This gives you a chance to go have some success, show them that you're getting an income, show them that you're building a residual, show them that you've got commission notifications and you're getting paid each week. And then it makes it so much easier to go back and recruit your warm market. Your best friend will listen to you when you start earning some income. So for those of you that don't have a built-in warm market, you don't have a huge social following, you're not a big influencer, but you still want to make money, this is a great opportunity for you to get in front of a trend that Tracy and I just caught. Literally, we started riding the coattails of this thing about 6 weeks ago. She's made an exorbitant amount of money, right? She posted yesterday, 13,000 in 6 weeks, right? I'm coming right up behind her. And my team is duplicating so much that they're earning more than me. So if that doesn't tell you that this is the duplication, and I know Tracy's going to share a story about 5 levels of duplication here that she shared on a Zoom the other day. But for those of you that missed that, you're going to get to hear it live tonight. So Tracy, that's all I got to share to kind of warm us up. I'm going to pass it back over to you.
No, I appreciate that. And that was pretty much multiple income funnel in a nutshell, right? If anyone wants to know, well, what is it? How does it work? Aaron just broke it down. Okay. And if you need to go back and watch this, watch his segment. Watch his segment because that's all that it is. All right. We're not going to make it any more complicated because it is super duper simple. I call it the duplication machine. Okay. Duplication machine. So let's jump into some of the people that have been getting results. And I thought that this would be really important because, I've been online for a while. Aaron's been online for a while. And sometimes I found that people can tune out people who they feel know a little bit more than what they know about the thing. Okay. And I understand that, right? I totally get that. I think what's important to know is that when you have multiple seven-figure earners see something, right? And then they can spot how valuable it is and then share it with people who may also be experienced, which is what we have, people who are completely brand new, which is what we have, and we've even got people somewhere in between. When all three groups of those people can get results, regardless of their experience level, I think it's something to say about how systematic and how duplicatable this really is. Okay. And you don't have to be a particular person. You don't have to have a particular skill set. You don't have to be a particular age. You don't have to be a particular race, color, creed, religion. You don't have to live in a certain geographical location. Well, you kind of do, because I will say this, multiple income funnel is not available in every single country, but our major countries, okay, they are. So I will say you do need to be in a geographical location, but outside of that, it will work for almost anyone who's willing to just follow the steps. Okay. So the very first person that I want to kind of share some insight is a gentleman that got started with multiple income funnel almost as soon as I started talking about it. And he brings some experience. He already knew the founder of it, right? Mac Mills, and has had pictures and meetings. So he was aware of what this was that we were doing, and he jumped on it right away. And I was just so excited because he brought a level, like a breath of fresh air, right? Working with someone who understands the language is so helpful when you're building a group that you also want to teach the language to. So this gentleman, his name is Clint Humphreys. He's here in Georgia. And an amazing marketer and gentleman. I will say, he's one of our more experienced people. So you're going to hear from different varying levels, but I want Clint to start us off because he has some experience from being on the inside of this system, and he knows what people are dealing with outside of this system. And I think he's a great person to kick things off. So Clint, talk to us a little bit about what made you get started with MIF, which is what we call it, when you saw it this time around. And then tell us a little bit about your experience with it and some of the results that you've had.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for the introduction. A little bit about my background, right? There's not an echo, correct?
I do hear it, but we're figuring out who has it. But you're fine.
Okay. So a little bit about my background. I do have some experience with this. Back in 2016, December 2016, I got my big break. I went on for the next 14 months or so and earned well over $100,000 promoting an offer. And that company changed their comp plan. There were some issues here with some health issues here in the house. I just got burned out with it. I just and essentially walked away from it. And then back fall of last year, I've always kept my eye out on things. I've always kept in touch with people that I've known since 2016, 2017, and kind of followed what they've been doing. But back in the fall, I started looking at opportunities again, and I had known about MIF. I knew Mac. I knew the system. I knew that it converted, but I wasn't too sure about some of the programs on the inside. It wasn't until January when you, Tracy, started talking about the system and about the changes and about the upgrades that they had made to the system. And I thought, this is the perfect timing. I can go in, I can customize it to the programs that I want to promote. And so that's why I jumped onto it. Since then, if you want to know some of the numbers, I've generated well over 300 leads since starting. I'm making sales with it. So, it's a really great system. I love the system, and I love the community that we have here.
Thank you so much, Clint. And guys, I want you to remember, right? And listen to what Clint just said. He said literally he's generated over 300 leads. Okay. Now, what really are leads? Leads are people to talk to. Right. So when we hear things like talk to more people, that's great. We do. We definitely want you to talk to more people, but we want you to talk to people that say, I want to know more. We want you to talk to people that say, I'm kind of interested in what you're talking about. Right. We want to talk to those people, and we want to talk to those people consistently. 300 people that are now on Clint's list, who are still on his list, that he gets to email every day. And the people that don't unsubscribe, there's something there. You guys get what I'm saying? It's a reason why they don't just get off of the list. And Clint, being great with writing email and things of that sort, it's his job to communicate and try different ways to communicate to see if he can, push that pain point of the person on the other end who's looking at it and looking at it and looking at it and watching it, and allowing them to see, okay, this is the thing that I need to do, and give them the opportunity to press the button to get started. So there's work. I want everybody to say there is work. Okay, it's not like it's just a magical unicorn. But I tell you, unless you can just run out every day and talk to 300 people and be of sane and sound mind when you get done doing it, and then go talk to 300 people tomorrow, and then go find 300, unless you're able to do that, this doggone list of 300 people is pretty sweet. Okay, so we can lead gen with myth. Okay, that's one thing I want you to take away from Clint. Thank you so much, Clint, for sharing that. I want to bring out another young lady, and I believe she's experienced as well. Let me just say that she's experienced as well. And she was also a part of this before. See, guys, here's what I want you to understand. Myth is not brand new. Okay, Myth was started back in 2020 towards the end of the pandemic, right? And it was because Mac was bored and he wanted to create something, and he created it. And quite a few of us that were in a community of internet people, we joined back then. Trisha was one of those people, right? And she, for whatever reason, walked away like I did, right, at some point, and she saw what we were doing, and she reached out and she's like, hey, I want to get back going. And she did. And when she started going, this woman has not stopped going. Okay. It's been about 6-7 weeks, and she is literally on fire. She's in our Facebook group. She's getting sales on autopilot. She's getting multiple sales inside of the different income streams that she has in her funnel. And I want her to talk a little bit about that. Number one, what made you come back to everything, Trisha? And then number two, the results you're getting and how you're getting, like, how are you doing so good at this thing? You just look so calm and peaceful over there. Like, how are you doing this without your head, being in a tizzy? Uh-oh, we don't hear you. You still muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So like Clint, what got my attention was when we were now able to put our own programs in there. Okay. So I watched, for a few weeks and, about a month. And then I said, okay, so let's do this. So just to give you a little bit of background so you know where I'm coming from and why I'm so excited about the system is I have been working from home since 1987. So that's like 37 years. So, okay, so that dates me, right? I'm going to be 70 this year. Okay. Yeah. And so, back then it was a lot different, right? So this was pre-internet days. So, I learned how to, I was putting flyers out on cars, like 800 to 1,000 a day, right? I did the hotel meetings, I did the home meetings. We did all of that. We did the napkin presentations. We did cold calling, from morning till night. I really wanted this because, we were really struggling financially. So I stuck with it, and it started working. I started bringing people in. I started actually bringing a number of people in. Duplication was horrible because not very many people want to do what I was doing. Okay, so they would come in one end and go out the other, just as fast. Okay, so I learned what it was to work hard. Okay, and then fast forward to about 2005. I discovered that I'm kind of slow. It was 2005. I discovered the internet. Okay. I finally break down. I get a computer. My kid, I'm turning 70, right? My kids had to show me how to turn it on. So, I started learning that, that's going to open up, that's going to change everything. It's going to open up everything. But I also learned quite quickly that there was a whole nother skill set associated with online marketing, that was going to take some time, for me. Okay, so I bought a bunch of leads because during those years I did see some success. So I had some money stored up. I started buying these leads, and that's a whole nother story in itself for another day. But if I only had a coach or some guidance on that, all traffic is not the same. So I learned the hard way. I spent a lot of money. I did find some good sources. That was one of the best things I could have done, was starting to build my list. Okay, so that was in 2005. I just cold called. I used my skills from before. I cold called everybody from morning till night. I ended up signing up personally like 1,000 people within 4 years. Okay, but I'm telling you, it was hard. that was working hard. Okay, and again, not very many people wanted to do what I was doing. So the duplication, as far as what I was doing, even though they were wanting me to train and teach all of that to the company, on corporate events, it was just not what people wanted to do. Right. So then fast forward again, just to make this short. Just several years back, I started learning some internet marketing skills. Okay, so about time to learn a few things online, and so I started putting into practice, and it started really working. Okay, and I really pushed myself. So I went on a 90-day blitz. Okay, and I became the top earner in that company in the first 3 months. And I said, this is great. This is fun. I'm going to do this again. And right after that, without a pause, I went into another 90-day blitz, and I totally burned myself out to where I was like, I couldn't get out of bed for like a month and a half. Okay, the doctors thought that I had a heart attack. And the reason I'm saying this is because I really, I really learned how to work hard, but I didn't learn how to work smart. Okay. And so, doctor said to me, you've got to slow down. You can't push yourself like you always do. You got to slow down. So, if when I saw myth, okay, when I saw this, I decided to plug in, and for me, I'm so appreciative of, I don't do any of those things I just talked about. None at all. I haven't reached out to anybody. I haven't even messaged anybody. I haven't called anybody. My leads have been coming from my list, that I started building, and traffic. I've plugged into the paid traffic sources back there because they work. They're bringing me signups. Okay, and social media, and so the hardest part, what I do, which is not even hard, is when people respond to a post or something, or an email, if they, or really just post, and because I have my link in my email, but and they want my link, and I just shoot them over a link. Right, the presentation does the rest. They follow up for me. They do everything. I'm really getting used to waking up in the morning and seeing money waiting for me when I turn on my computer. Like just this morning, I turned it on and, there was another $75 commission while I was sleeping, and, before I go to bed, I check it. Many times there's something waiting for me while I'm eating dinner. And, it's totally non-stress for me. There's zero stress for me with this. I'm just having a ball with it. And letting the system do the heavy lifting and do the work for me. So, that is why I'm so appreciative of this system, because it really does convert. It really, really works. I've got, let's see, it was like middle of February is when I got started. So I've got 248 leads now, and 21 of them have become members. And the cool thing about it is they're coming through the system and they're signing up on my programs on, that are in there, in the back end without me having to say anything or do anything, so with all the income streams back there, it's adding up really, really nice and creating a really nice residual income at the same time.
Oh my God. So I don't know what you guys heard. I heard quality of life. I heard have a business and be healthy. Low to no stress. I heard solutions oriented and focused. I heard refresh, where are my signups? I heard that too, right? In the morning, refresh. In the evening, refresh. And I heard 70 years old. Did you guys hear 70 years old? Now, I did not know that. Okay. So, girl, the automation is looking good on you. Okay. We want to keep working. Okay, Miss Tricia. So thank you so much for sharing. Kudos on those stats. Okay, 21 signups and 200 and something leads. Oh my God, that is absolutely amazing. All right, so keep up the good work. I know we enjoy seeing, hey, welcome such and such to the chat, and we look forward to more of that. Thank you, Tricia. I am going to bring out another young man. Now, see, I'm always talking about his age because I'm always amazed, right? And Trisha just blew me out the water with that one. But there's another gentleman, and I have really grown to admire and respect his insight and the value that he brings to our community, even at 71 years old, as well as the results and the leadership. I don't know if you guys saw in the chat earlier today, right? Steve was like, listen, get creative, okay? And do this and do that and do this. And nobody else said a peep, okay? When Steve speak, everybody was listening. And so this is Mr. Steve Perkins. And Steve has gotten in the saddle. He's gotten going. He has a remarkable story, right? And so, Steve, as I bring you up, I want you to talk a little bit about, your home life and you doing what you have to do, and how this way of doing business, because it's not really a business, but this way of doing business, how it is serving you, right? And the results that you're getting from it. So, Mr. Steve Perkins, I'm going to go ahead and put you on spotlight, and you have the stage, sir.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Well, yeah, my name is Steve Perkins. I live in West Texas right now, and I will be 72 in May. And a little of my background, I actually got involved with any kind of network marketing back with Amway in the 70s. And I remember my parents were involved with Amway in the 60s for a while. And then when I graduated from college, I was involved with Amway. And so I've had an off and on experience over my life with several network marketing companies. I could recruit a few people, but my problem was getting them to duplicate. And so, in the early 2000s, we spent $700 and bought a computer. A used rebuilt computer that we only had like 33.2 gigs of hard drive, which won't even hold your operating system today. And the guy that was a computer tech in the firm that I worked in told me, oh, you'll never use that much space on your hard drive, but he was wrong. But anyway, off and on through the years, I've done online marketing, and I've been involved in several network marketing companies that a lot of them I'd get going with them, and then all of a sudden they just go belly up. And or the person that got me involved say, "Oh yeah, we'll help you get things going," would disappear or jump on to the next one. So I was kind of frustrated. And my background is actually I've done a lot of teaching. I was a corporate trainer in a telemarketing firm for a while, for several years, and I've been a pastor. Spent time as a radio disc jockey, executive with the scouting organization, was on TV. So talking on camera is nothing, doesn't do anything. But in 2021, my oldest son suddenly passed away at the age of 36. And that was on Mother's Day of 2021. And then his mother, my wife, got sick with a lung disease just 2 months later. And I kind of put my marketing on hold. And then she passed away in October of 2022. So back in January or in December that year, I was a friend of mine had offered me to be involved with the Live Good company. And I didn't want to build a business. I just wanted to buy the products. But then I started getting the bug because I live alone. I'm in a wheelchair. I have neuropathy in my legs, so I can't walk without assistance. I can't drive. And so I have people come and get me for church and take me places and things. But I spend my time on computer. I have a smartphone, but let's just say it's smarter than I am. I don't know how to use the phone hardly at all. I'm lucky to answer a phone call. But when I started getting involved to keep myself busy, because I lost 2 people close to me in a very short period of time. And to kind of overcome the emptiness, I started getting back involved with marketing. And I know a lot about marketing. I know a lot about sales. I know a lot about, like I said, I was a corporate trainer for a telemarketing company for a couple of years, project managers and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't know how to put it into usable skills in the internet. And so I'm learning. And the son that passed away was the one that lived here close, and he was always teaching me, trying to teach. He laughed at my computer knowledge. And anyway, I saw them when multiple incomes funnel came around. I was looking for something to give me a little bit more of a boost in my marketing skills, because I don't know how to do it. Takes me twice as long to do stuff on the computer than a lot of people. I'm not, I don't think technical. And so when multiple income funnel came along, I thought, well, this is an opportunity to add to what I'm already doing. I was already a member of myleadgensecret, and I have been for over 2 years. I have about 154,000 leads in there. And I started looking at the way I was marketing, and I think I was a Zoom that Aaron did on how to write emails. I think Clint was on that one too, maybe. And anyway, I watched how he did it, because my degree is in English literature with a writing background. So I started using some of those skills and using it, and I started playing around with Chat GPT a lot. And so I'm starting to gradually learn some of the computer skills to put to work on what I'm posting. And I've got, I think as of this week, 100 leads. I've had 3 signups. And to tell you the truth, as you can see, I'm a big football fan. I grew up near Kansas City, so you know where my loyalty is. I've been following since 1963. So anyway, I joined the weekend before the Super Bowl, like on Friday. And I posted a couple of posts, and then I spent that weekend watching the football game. And I woke up Monday morning after the football game, I had my first sale. And because I'm not real good one-on-one. I can talk to a group of 100 people and it doesn't bother me at all. But if I get one-on-one, I have all kinds of problems sometimes on a one-on-one. I don't like to chat, so I'm not in the chat group a lot. But when I am, I just say what's on my mind and leave. And but I have taken the chat GPT, and I have subscribed to anybody that has decent emails, and I've got a email box, several Gmail accounts stacked full of Gmail, and I go in and find ones that look good, that appeal to me, and I'm learning how to rewrite them using GPT, some of the stuff that Aaron taught about how he approaches writing emails, and I'm seeing a better result from my email marketing. And living alone, I cook for myself, I clean for myself, I take care of my house by myself, and sometimes I just get worn out and I don't do anything. But every day I'm posting in the group. Every day I'm posting on Facebook. Every day I'm sending out my emails. Every day I'm looking to see what else people are looking at. I copy a lot of posts, and I've been figuring out how to put it into GPT and rewrite it and write it again and rewrite it. And I took a post that I've taken a couple of Aaron's posts off of Facebook and turned them into emails. And today I posted about one that Tracy wrote, I think yesterday or the day before. And I had GPT rewrite it 3 or 4 times. Then I went in and edited some of the wording so it sounded like it wasn't, I wasn't stealing anything from somebody else, but I made it mine. And I've made a Facebook post. I've got 4 different emails out of that from GPT that I'm using. I posted one today, and it works. And of course, I use my other tools. I'm in a lot of safe lists. I'm in a lot of traffic exchanges, and I use Leads Leap and go in there and do funnels there. And I'm working off of a funnel that includes selling people, pointing people toward multiple income funnel, as well as my other businesses. And I'm working on that all the time. It takes me longer than other people, but the trick is don't give up. I mean, years ago, I was a manager at a Boy Scout. I was worked for the Boy Scouts, and I was a director of a Boy Scout camp. And I had to go through a school to get a director's certification. And one of the courses was on kitchen management. And one of the things the guy said is you can take a box, like a cake mix, and you can just follow the instructions and you're going to come out with a good cake. But if you want to really make it zing, if you really want it to stand out, use your imagination and add a little bit to you. And so that's what I'm learning with MIF is I can take what I already know, add a little imagination, and put a little bit more to it and make it pop, make it snap, make it attractive. So I got a long ways to go. I did upgrade to an annual membership here about 4 or 5 days ago, and I had a call with Mandy this week and went over some things, and she really didn't have anything to teach me on. She did direct me in a couple of things. But see, I was a member of Traffic Authority back in 2018. And that was one of those things that somebody got me involved with and then just disappeared. And so she answered some questions and got me on the right track. And so won't be long. I'll be having some leads in there. And so, but when you live on Social Security and you don't have a lot of extra money, so this is what's helping me out. But it doesn't matter if you're old, young, or where your background is. If you do the daily simple tasks, things work.
Oh my goodness. I just love you, Steve, so much. And I'm so grateful that you are part of our community. Hopefully, you guys got some inspiration from that. I mean, we're talking with each other every day, but sometimes hearing it, hearing it directly, it moves you a different way. I'm telling you what I got from Steve. I got consistency. Did you guys hear what he said? Every day he does those things that he does. And I also heard being dependent or independent, right? Taking the necessary steps and actions in his home, but also in his business. And I also heard at the very, very end, I heard a little bit of perseverance there, right? Primarily because just in general, but he mentioned Social Security, right? So there is some additional income that must come into his home for him to feel comfortable to do what he wants to do. And I'm grateful that this particular program is able to contribute to that, Steve. And you look happy. Are you happy here with us? I hope so. I hope so. All right. So thank you, Steve. Now I'm going to switch this up just a little bit. I'm going to actually turn it over to Aaron because we've got another one of our leaders that's on. And I believe he might have to go or stay, but it's fine. It's whatever. So Leela, if I can wait 1 second, I'm going to pass it to Aaron and we're going to bring out another rock star and then we'll come back over to you, ma'am. So Aaron, over to you. Mute it.
Okay, can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, great information. Thanks so much, Steve, for sharing. Awesome stuff. Great to hear from Clint. We are going to go out to another one of our top producers because he's got lots of stuff going on right now. He actually just had an epic week, $25,000 in income. And he has been enrolling people into Multiple Income Funnel now for the last 6 weeks. Popping like popcorn every single day. He's introducing new people on the leaderboard just literally every single day this last 6 weeks. He's enrolled somebody new into this system. And he's not only one of my dear friends, but he's an industry leader. But what's so beautiful about what he's doing is that it's so simple and duplicatable that his team is on fire. They're doing exactly what he's doing, what Tracy's doing, what Clint's doing, what Steve's doing, what I'm doing, what Leela's doing, what Trish is doing, right? It's all duplicatable because it's turnkey and it's automated and it's using technology. It's leaning on the technology. And I'll share quickly before I bring Jason out. He left a message for me earlier that said that the way that Tracy is marketing is exactly what he's doing to market as well. So it just goes to show you that it's not just one person here having success. It's happening for everyone at every level, whether you're new to the industry, new to marketing, or you've been around, you're a seasoned veteran, right? This is the level playing field. And Jason proves that anybody can do it because, he's somebody that keeps it so simple and duplicatable that this is why his team is on fire right now. So I know he's got other Zooms that he's been on tonight. He's got other Zooms coming up here after this one. So I'm going to bring out my great friend and multiple income funnel leader, Jason Cardamone. Jason, jump out here, dude. Give us a little bit about what's happened for you in the last 6 weeks and where you see this going for new people who are just getting started with us tonight.
Definitely. So Aaron, Tracy, can you guys hear me okay here?
Yep, loud and clear.
Awesome. So first of all, I just want to say I have been wanting to be on a webinar with Tracy and Aaron for, I don't know how many years, more than 12 years. So this is a dream come true finally. And, when I first started online back in 2006, I started exactly the way that what we're doing in multiple income funnel. But the crazy thing is back then, it was totally taboo. And so what I used to get beat up for back then, and I kind of liked it being the black sheep. Now the same leaders they're all doing attraction marketing and using, you know, the kind building email lists and things like that. And so going way back then, I actually built a system that allowed you to build multiple streams of income and promote your primary program and build an email list. And I had 350 hours of training in that. Except here's the one thing, a huge thing I was missing is that I didn't have Mac Mills and I didn't have his copywriting ability, nor Aaron's and Tracy's. And so I only back then, I mean, this was a huge achievement, but we processed about 2,000 customers through that system. And I just didn't have what we have here with multiple income funnel. And so one of the things I like the most is when I first started 6 weeks ago, you know, I got inside, I already knew I wanted to do this because I wanted a way to be able to introduce my primary income streams. Now, a lot of people just focus on one thing, and I typically do as well, but I always have my hand in some like little side play. I have dozens of interests in crypto, in network marketing, in leadership, in human behavior. And so I was excited we could promote more than one thing on the inside. And also, when I plugged into those traffic sources, I saw, first of all, I'd known a few people, Trisha on here, and I knew Aaron and Tracy that had got results from some of our sources inside. Now, I had known about these sources for years and even been using them for 5 and 10 years. And so I just hadn't been using them recently at all. But when I know something converts in them, like conversion means when you put an ad there and someone enters their email address and they enter your multiple income funnel, then they, you know, have a chance to purchase and see all of your, you know, your primary programs and other ways to get traffic. That's ultimately duplicatable. So I know all them and I trust all of, I've known Trisha since 2008 and Rashkin and Tracy since 2012 or so. And so, you know, I knew they're people of integrity of their work. I mean, Aaron's one of my closest friends. I know him super close, and I knew this worked. So I tried it, and my first like 2 days of using one of the free, almost free streams, $1 a day streams inside to get traffic, I got a complete stranger, cold market person, entered their email, purchased our system, and all of a sudden was being exposed to my primary offers inside. And I was like, oh my God, like this, especially with that particular source, it usually doesn't, like things don't convert there. It doesn't produce leads, or if they do, they don't buy. And so I knew we had something really special. Now, I knew that before I did the experiment, but that was cool to see the proof myself. And so I just shared, you know, I was excited. I shared a couple of videos. I think I wrote an email to my email list about this. And I, you know, more importantly, kept using the things on the inside to drive traffic in. And so, you know, I'll say what's ultimately happened for me is that 6 weeks ago when I started with all of you in MIF and looking at the leaderboard and seeing, you know, so many people having success, it brought me back to my roots of straight up attraction marketing, collecting leads, building my email list. But the peak of my email list was 30,000 people in my career. And 6 weeks ago, it was down to 12,000 because I've not grown it since 2014. I've just shrunk the list since 2014. All I've done is allow Facebook, you know, to organically grow my reach there. And so, and that was a big mistake because Facebook owns all that. I don't own, if Facebook goes down, if they shut down my account, if they suspend me from messaging or any of those things, that I don't have the ability to contact all, you know, I have some super good friends that we are not connected. They're not on my email list. We don't have mobile phones. And so getting back to building an email list that I control, that I can download and save. And even if an email provider, if something were to happen, I just bring them somewhere else. That was, I mean, this is the stuff I taught for the first decade I was online. and I'd gotten away from it completely. And so that, like, what this did was bring me back to my roots. And I'm not like, I have some inspired tears starting to form because I was so freaking missing what I started here to do, which is find highly pre-qualified business builders using the power of the internet with credit card in hand, ready to buy from you. I've said that thousands of times. And then back in the day when I met I was running that road by myself and got introduced to Mike Dillard, Ann Sieg, Mike Klingler, the people that invented the words attraction marketing, magnetic sponsor, all of the, way back in the day. I found people who didn't just know how to do the stuff I was doing, they were playing at a whole new level. And I knew I wasn't alone with this crazy idea of utilizing the internet to connect with strangers all around the world. And fast forward here, all of my closest friends have come from this world, and they all started as some stranger somewhere, whether, Rashkin like saw him on a stage one time, or whether it was, someone opted into my email list and started following along with some of the emails that would go out from the autoresponder in a system exactly like we have here with Multiple Income Funnel. And so I'm so damn grateful for what we have here, and having, the ability to plug people into that and have high conversions, because Mac is a master of copywriting and getting, showing all the social proof, keeping the videos with high energy. And so people join with that. And now I get a chance to touch somebody's heart, because I was never really good at that upfront stuff and, getting people to, hey, now enter your email and do this. And here's all this social proof. And like, I'm an inspired educator. I like teaching people internet marketing, human behavior, technology. And so when I have a system like this that can grab people's email addresses for me, then get a chance to expose them to my primary offers, that's when they can finally enter my real world and I have a chance to impact their life. And that's really what is deeply meaningful for me. The money and everything, the money's awesome, but that all comes secondarily to me behind leaving an impact and also sharing things. I'll say this: if this system didn't work, and I haven't seen it work for average people, some of whom have struggled forever. Like, I love what Steve was just sharing. He's a perfect example, staying consistent, putting in the work, following what the training is doing. The system works. And that's all, like, that's as simple as it is. And I love that. I only got to read part of that comment. It popped off the screen, but I wouldn't be here as much as I've always wanted to be on a webinar with Tracy and Aaron, and I know they wouldn't either. Layla, Trisha, and this is something that works if you work it. And with the kind of mentorship you have here, this is not normal for leaders to host a webinar and then bring people on to share their perspectives for you. You know what most people have out there? Just keep using the system, it'll work, just keep trying. But to have this kind of organization and this kind of leadership, that's all the more bonus. So if you're connected with anybody on here, you're attached to this whole leadership crew. And there's people on here, forgive me that we haven't even had the pleasure to meet. I haven't had the pleasure to meet you yet. And so if I'm missing any leaders, I got on here late, and my apologies, everybody. I just got off webinar. I'm losing my voice. I have more. I'm like half falling asleep, but I can't because I'm so inspired and excited. So, and here's how I'll summarize: is that to have a system like this that we know works, all you have to do is plug in and take the action, and people will end up duplicating. We have countless, if I remember correctly, Greg, who is the owner of one of the traffic sources inside, I believe he said something to the order of 25% of all multiple income funnel members have come from his traffic source. I think that number, and someone correct me if that number's off. I think I heard that a week or two ago. And that, like, isn't it amazing we have that traffic source plugged in? And so people, they don't need to know how to write copy. They basically can start out copying and pasting, and then using things like Steve was sharing, Chat GPT, making it yourself. Like, I hope you realize the kind of things that Steve was sharing, people out there don't know that stuff at all. And so he's adding on layers of skill on this journey. But as you're starting, it's plug and play. You can essentially copy and paste. There's ads right in the Facebook community. There's training calls every week. You can grab those ads, paste them. I have a woman on my team. We have to get her on here as she continues to develop her story. This will make me start crying, because I'm not going to tell her whole story, because when you finally hear this, it's going to blow your freaking mind. She was in one of the roughest spots I've ever heard of in my career. And I've worked with over 100,000 people. And knowing what she had to do to get into multiple income funnel, which I wasn't aware of until she got in and she shared more of a background. And then seeing, she literally grabbed one of the posts from the community, she posts it, she's staying consistent every day using the traffic sources inside. She's the first person on my team that got a sale. And for her to get it just shows when you work and you persevere and you bust your butt and follow directions and you're teachable, it works. Every person who's ever won, that describes they're teachable, they follow directions, they work hard, and optionally have a heart to serve others. But that comes with this whole crew here. So anyway, it was so awesome to see her as the first person who started duplicating on my team. And I was like, dude, you go, girl, you freaking crush it, because she earned that. And I knew when I first saw she was following every single day, and I knew other people that had joined, they're not posting on Facebook. I wasn't sure if they were sending emails every day. But yet she was in the communities. She was in the internal community, in my internal chat every day, was like, hey, just keep going, this work. And like, she was the person who like needed success more than anybody, but she was working the system and it worked. And when I saw that happen, that was just so heartwarming. But it happened from complete strangers joining her, because the system converts. And this is so rare to find something that can take cold traffic. So strangers out there is what cold traffic is. To take a stranger, plug them into something, help show them some results, essentially help them to believe in themselves and get out of their own way, and give them hope that, well, maybe this thing will work. I've tried, 5, 10, 100 other things and never had success. And what I know is, with the crew that whoever you're attached to, anybody that's in here, I know that you're in good hands, just because, this webinar put together and the caliber of the people on here. And so I don't know if this is exactly what you're looking for, but I hope this helped. This breathed new life. Okay. This system breathed new life into me. It brought me back to the roots that started my entire internet network marketing career. And I am so freaking grateful, because it inspired the real me that was playing small and hiding inside. And I stepped up and finally just started playing who the real Jason Cardamone had been in the past and who I really am. And this was a major catalyst of that, starting 6 weeks ago. Seeing what Tracy and Aaron were doing, especially them, because I'm really close to them, and modeling those things. I mean, I can't say all of the credit is just multiple income funnel and seeing that woman have success I brought in. And the money that I don't talk about my own results a lot, but the money that I had made from this, it was a freaking breath of fresh air. It helped me to believe in myself. Now, this sounds ridiculous. People who've known me for a long time are like, what are you talking about, dude? You've made millions in the industry. I was in the worst spot in my life as far as depression I've never had. I was totally depressed 2022 and 23. I'd made a bunch of money, just watched it dwindle down to nothing. And I didn't feel good about myself. This was one of the catalysts that woke me up. And this was a huge part of the journey. And I'm so freaking grateful for what we have with Multiple Income Funnel and with these leaders that we're surrounded by. So love, gratitude, and appreciation to all of you. And thank you so much for having me on here. I hope that helps.
Truly class act, Jason Cardamone, guys. What a man. I gotta say, man, this guy speaks from his heart like nobody I've ever met. I've worked with hundred thousands of people myself, and Jason's one of those people that you just, when he speaks, you listen, because he comes from a place that, you know, it's truly heartfelt. And, you know, he shared some things. I want to just share a couple quick things. I'm going to pass it back over to Tracy, because there's a lot of people that want to share here tonight and a lot of people to hear from. You know, Jason said some really, really key things. Number one, attraction marketing. Okay. Number two, funded proposals. Right. He said he could take a cold lead, someone that he's never met before, someone from a list of leads that we rent for $1 a day. Okay. And teach them how to get their very first success in home-based internet marketing business, right? If you generate one lead, if you can just generate one single lead, you're ahead of 98% of the industry that has never generated a single lead in their lives. And we have the majority of people here in Multiple Income Funnel, not only generating a lead, but generating dozens, hundreds, and thousands of leads, and making dozens and hundreds. And there are people that have thousands of sales because of it. People that have just joined in the last 3 to 6 months. And there's a lot of them are new marketers. And that's the beauty of what we're doing. So Jason, thank you so much for sharing, because, you know, all the success you've had is amazing. Right? But the one success that your new member had is everything. Because if she can do it, anybody can do it, right? If you can lay a brick, you could build an entire city. And we're teaching people how to lay brick after brick after brick, one person, one lead, one sale at a time. And it's not only getting this message in front of the right people, but it's allowing people to earn cash flow. And that is what allows them to stick around, come back, play another day while their residual income builds from their primary business. So awesome stuff, Jason. Love you, my man. I'll be in touch with you tomorrow. Have a great rest of the night. And Tracy, with that, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Oh man, I just love Jason. I've loved Jason for years and years and years and years. One of those true heart-centered entrepreneurs, right? You guys could feel that, right? You could feel the authenticity. He's been that way since I've known him. Okay, we're talking about the true Jason. Even Trisha's like, yep, sure has, right? So thank you, Jason, for taking time out of your Zoom blitz that you must be on today. You are a man in demand, I see. So thank you so much for hopping on and sharing. It was so amazing. Thank you, Jason. And thank you, Aaron, for that amazing intro. We're going to be back over to you in just a moment. Okay, so moving along our line, we have another young lady who I am excited to bring out. And she wasn't feeling so well today. She texted me moments before and said, hey, you know, I'm going to be on, but I'm not going to speak. I know you have me on the list. Da, da, da. And then when the lights, camera, and action hit, her face popped up, and I'm like, so you're speaking? She's like, yep, we got to make it happen. And that is, to me, that is a true testament of the caliber and the character of people that are attracted by this group, right? Collectively, there's no pressure to do it, right? Wasn't mad at her if she couldn't do it, but something inside of her says, you know what? I want to, right? And aren't those the people you want joining your teams, right? That want to do something, that are excited to do it. And Leela is definitely, she's new to all of this, but she is such high-powered, high energy, focused, determined. She has goals. She has children. She has a desire to make some shifts in her life and rotate some things in and rotate some other things out. And I'm just so excited that she saw it, because she's one of the newer people, right? And it's like Jason, right? It's like, okay, if it can work for one of my newer people. That's just it, right? And that day that she was like, oh my God, I got my first sale, I almost fell out the bed, right? Because I'm like, hallelujah, I need this to work for people who have never done this before. And it has worked, and it is working for her. So Leela, Stormy, Anthony, I'm going to turn it over to you, ma'am. Share with us a little bit about what made you even, jump off the cliff with us in MIF, and how it's been working for you so far, ma'am.
Hey, Tracy. Hey, Myth family. I'm so happy to see you all. I don't even know what to say coming behind all of these other folks. Like, I had all this stuff planned in my head, and I'm like, I'm gonna say this, Steve said this, Jason said this, Trisha said this. I don't know what to say. I'm just so like full with just like gratitude and joy and appreciation for Myth, right? And not just Myth, but for the community. And it's only been, I think, Tracy, I've been in for maybe 45 days. It hasn't even been 2 months. It hasn't been a long time at all. But network marketing for me has been, I started with Mary Kate, maybe my baby's, I was telling her to bring me my charger when Jason was talking. She's 14. I started with Mary Kay 14 years ago. When I first had her, she was probably 3 months old. So the industry, about 14 years, she'll be 15 soon, but just with this platform and just with internet marketing and attraction marketing and funded proposals and all of that, it's all new to me. And so I have learned so much. So for me, it's the education, right? The money has came. And I don't put money out there on the internet like that. People like, I made this, I made that. I don't really do that, but I did okay for March. I did okay. I told Tracy I bought me a new computer. I haven't bought a new computer since college, and I'm 47 years old. Graduated a long time ago. But it's the education, the community. Like, y'all, Trisha is right here in Indianapolis. I did not even know that. So I'm taking her to dinner or lunch or something. And she's 70, like, freaking no way. Trisha is 70 years old. No. Steve teaches us so much in our group. I learned so much from Steve. I knew Steve from our, some of us have the same primary. And I met Steve through that just on the internet, but Steve teaches us so much. And like Tracy said, when Steve comes in the chat, whatever he puts in the chat, we just sit back and say, all right, Steve. We hush and be quiet. So it's just the education, the community, the love that we get. I don't feel like I'm in competition with people. It's so positive here. And I'm just learning so much, right? Writing emails. Everybody can send an email, right? We've been sending emails for years, but to cater that to a specific audience, I never knew how to do that, except for now. I don't know what to say. And meeting people like Aaron, I didn't know Aaron 45 days ago. It's just the people that I'm meeting and the education, the money's going to come. And I know that with this industry, with network marketing, with internet marketing, with attraction marketing, it has to be in your heart. And it seems like every day I'm getting it more and more in my heart, to want to do this because, it's some bad apples and some bad things going on out here. It sometimes makes you want to say, you know what, never mind, I want to do that. But this right here it's been really like refreshing for me. It's been a good 45 days. It's been a good 45 days. And I don't know what else to say. I don't know, like I could not come behind y'all. But I love it. It's been fun. And we're learning, we're earning. I'm meeting all kinds of people. Ray J, Keisha, Stephanie, Malachi, Clint is the best. I'm going through my list right here. Victoria, Sharonda, happy birthday, Sharonda. It's her birthday today, y'all. Shout her out. And it's just been a good time, y'all. We're having a good time. And if you have not looked at it, or you are thinking about looking, or just looking, just go ahead and take a look, because you cannot learn too much, you know what I mean? And we're learning and earning And like I said, I ain't gonna put my money out there like that, but we're earning. So Tracy, that's all. I got people buzzing. I got some people coming in, some unexpected guests tonight coming in. But I appreciate you all. I love you all. I'm looking forward to all the things that are going to happen in Myth. And I appreciate all of you. And I appreciate you, Tracy, for exposing me to Myth.
Oh my goodness, you are so welcome. Well, go and take care of your unexpected guests, okay? And it was like Lila was giving out the Grammy speech. Like, let me look at my list. Okay, Sharonda and Clint.
I'm going through my list. I'm like, wait a minute, who did I forget? Did I forget anybody? Blame it.
That's right. You can't leave nobody off the list now. When you start naming names, folks be like, well, wait, where's my name? So thank you so much for sharing. And like Lila said, she called me and she said, girl, I'm getting ready to go buy a computer. I said, hallelujah. First, when she said she hadn't purchased one since college, we the same age. And I'm like, college?
Yeah.
Girl, thank you, Myth. Thank you, Myth. I don't even know what Lila's working with over there. All I know is she felt inspired to go get a computer because her Myth is Mythin. Thank God for that. Okay, so shout out to the computer. And I'm so excited for you, Lila. The journey is just beginning. Congratulations.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna keep the train rocking and rolling. We've got a young lady. She's been with me on my team in my primary businesses the last few years, right? And one thing that is so amazing about her to me is she's dedicated, right? She's dedicated. She works a lot. She's a nurse. Sometimes she works double shifts. Sometimes she's working overnight. Sometimes she's don't know if she's coming or going, right? Because, you know, if you're working overnight in a hospital, you know, it can be a lot, you know? But she gets on and she's like, okay, this is what I got to do, right? And she works through it. And she's been like that for the past several years. And so she's moving right along. Miss Stephanie Pope, I'm going to go ahead and invite you up to share. Tell us, you know, we've been through some things together, right? Some
Yes.
programs and so on. And you could have been like, oh, girl, I can't, but you didn't. And so what was it that you saw? And what is it that you are experiencing that has you focused on and continuing to work with Myth, your experience overall?
First of all, hello to everybody that's here. And for me, I appreciate this opportunity for getting up here, first of all. And for me, just starting out, like she said, I do 12 hours, sometimes 16-hour, 18-hour shifts. And I had to slow down with that a lot, So I said I wanted to give this a try. And it was something different for me. And like Leila was talking about doing emails. I've never really sent out emails like that before, but also getting involved with ChatGPT, that has helped me a lot. I had to go and do some Googling and look at YouTube channels and stuff to find out a lot because I'm not tech savvy like that either. I'm in my 50s. So for me, I do a lot of computer stuff at work, but not just to put in the email and send an email to somebody or get in place the proper links and put them in a proper environment so you can send them out to people. So for me, it was challenging for me to do all that and just to get myself in a space where I can map out everything and check off my list on a daily, on a weekly, so I can keep up with everything that I'm doing. Because I do sometimes be going here and be going there. Sometimes my mom calls me and asks, she said, Stephanie, what you doing today? I'm like, well, Mom, I got this and I got this. She said, well, make sure you got me down on your list to come see me too. So those are the steps that I'm making to just hang in here and be with Myth, because it's actually teaching me a lot of different things and tools that I have not used to, but I am getting involved in this tech savvy world, as well as getting on social media more and communicating with the community, as well as just getting out there, put myself out there and making some money in the process.
Okay, now Stephanie, now you missed a very important part now, okay? This is the
Yes.
results Zoom. Now, here's the
Yes.
question. Have you gotten any results whatsoever? And if so,
Yes, I have.
what
I'm
kind of results
sorry.
have you gotten?
Yes. Since I've been with Myth for 30 plus days, I've received 45 leads and I have gotten several sales in the process.
Look, are you
Oh, yes,
excited about that? Did you?
Yes, I am. I try not to get too excited. I'm not but yes, I'm excited about it.
Well, congratulations. And
Yes.
had you ever really gotten like autopilot sales before?
No, this is my first time getting autopilot sales. This is the first time actually ever.
Well, that's good. Let me tell you something. If you can get them once, twice, 3 times, you can get them 50 times. All right. You can get them
Yes.
100 times. And
Absolutely.
that's where we're headed with you. So thank you so much. I'm so excited for you. You are true diehard. You don't ever give up. And those are the ingredients to someone that is going to be successful, hands down, point blank, period. Right. And I'm so excited to be on this journey with you. And I'm looking forward to more and more of those leads and sales, Miss Stephanie. I'm proud of you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. Good deal, guys. All right. Y'all still with me? Y'all still with me? Y'all still alive out there? Need to do a little stretch? All right. Everybody to the right, do a little stretch. Okay. To the left, do a little stretch. Okay. There you go, Sharona. Sharona, the only one. It's her birthday. So I guess she feel like I'm going to stretch. Okay. I got another circle around the sun to be grateful for. All right. So we're going to move on to our brother Malachi. And let me tell you, another new person, right? I mean, it doesn't get old. It never gets old hearing a new person's experience with things. And Malachi came to us by way of Mr. Jeff Trills, and he got on board. And I know Malachi, he went, you've ever heard the term all in? Right? Malachi went all in, a completely brand new. He's trusting his sponsor, right? He's trusting a lot of different things. He's like, okay, let's give it a shot. And I tell you, when people do that, I get excited when people go all in, but I also get nervous. I'm gonna be honest. I get nervous because I'm like, oh shoot, when people do this, and then it's like, oh man, it's got to work. It's got to work, right? And when this worked and started working for Malachi, I received the phone call. Some of you guys heard that phone call. We actually recorded it. I won't go into all that, but I do want to bring Malachi out so he can share a little bit about how he got started, what all in, you listen to me, Malachi, what all in meant, right, for you, and the types of results that you've been getting along your journey thus far. So I'm going to turn it over to you, brother.
Greetings. You can hear me? I'm coming in good.
Loud and clear.
I appreciate it. First and foremost, I'm gonna thank y'all in advance. This pollen is kicking my butt, so I'm gonna try to not try. I'm here. I showed up. That's rule number 1. Always show up for yourself. I'm gonna try not to be all over the place because I can be. I speak from the chest, from the heart. So, where do I begin? What brought me in here? Like most of us, like this, there's a lot that's been said tonight that really don't leave much meat on the bones because everybody hitting on some real crucial, important things. One thing that hasn't been said so far, I've heard in my journey along the way, is a stranger will make you rich. Now, for me, like some of my cohorts, the money gonna come because you have to believe. Hence why I went all in. We gonna get that. The money gonna come. But you have to believe, right? What am I saying is I am brand new to this way of doing business. I've never done it before. I've heard about it, never explored it or anything. So I don't have any experience in it, but I'm teachable. I understand that I am still a work in progress. Although I'm perfect, I'm still a work in progress. And all I'm saying is I'm growing through what I'm going through. For me, the message had speak to me loud and clear because I, like many others, like Jason, I'm involved in a few things, right? But the difficulty came, if I could be honest, the difficulty came, or the challenge was for me, like my sister just before me, is I'm an entrepreneur that still work, right? And when I say work, I mean work, physical work, 6 days a week. A lot of times I'm already at work when people waking up in the morning. So the messaging behind this system, the reason why I'm here is for the simplicity, for the freedom. And like Jason, I want to create impact. I'm nobody's guru, right? As my girl Leela said, our community is awesome sauce. I gotta say that our community is awesome sauce. I'm in competition with nobody. You know, we are here to grow together, right? And I came through this thing with my brother Jeff, who introduced this to me. I'm still in the business, he's not. That's where we met, in my first business. But to be able to get back to the challenge for me was working all these hours, wanting more for myself, wanting my time freedom, wanting a better quality of life, right? Wanting to be a better provider, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. How do I do that? I was doing belly to belly, as they would say. I'm talking to people, but here's another issue. I'm kind of an introvert, man. I don't like showing out. You know what I mean? I like to have fun. Don't get me wrong. I love to have fun. I love to laugh, but I'm not a show off type of dude. Like I don't want to come on Facebook or Instagram, wherever the platform might be, to impress somebody with an vehicle or cars, and that's not my style. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I'm about impact. When you watch a movie, there's actors and there's directors. I don't mind being behind the camera because directors are very well paid, if you don't know. But anyway, to a long story short, I came into this thing because of the messaging. The message was, how do I get my business or businesses in front of more people? I'm doing this because it's a system, it's easy, right? It gives me leverage. I love that word. Residual. I love that word even more, right? So I came all in because in my business, one of my primary businesses, there's many verticals, and credit being one of them, right? So I was okay there, which allowed me to come through the door kicking and screaming, right? So let me go back a little bit. Being so busy and, having to be on Facebook and meet this person and go through all, and I ain't here to knock no process, right? But for me, I needed a way to increase my leverage, a way to put myself and my brand in front of more people, to find the people that's looking for me, because I'm a conduit at the end of the day, right? I'm a conduit to cash flow. I love cash flow. Everybody needs it. And when I came through Myth and listening to the word and the messaging, it only makes sense for me to go all in. Now, being as busy as I am, I talking to people here and there, and I haven't made a sale, right? And I don't want to look at it as a sale, because I really, when people join you, you're really joining for, to me, as a community, as we have here, right? So it's not just a sale, but we all in business, and we know a business doesn't survive nor thrive without continual transactions, right? And I leveraged my credit. I went all in because everything I've said before is still applicable, right? I'll try not to be too long-winded, and I hope somehow, some way you could put all this together, because I'm the person that never done this. But the vision I have for my business dissolved this. It dissolved it. It dissolves me going balls to the you know what, right? Because I want my time back. Time freedom is important. So I came all in. It was just another day. It was just, I'll never forget this because it was my first, as I said, mentioned before, I didn't make talk in between time between joining and up to joining and before that, right? I haven't brought anybody into my business. So I'm at work, you know, doing what I do, and I receive a call from my brother Jeff Trills, and it was shocking. I've never done that before. You heard it mentioned here tonight where a total stranger decided to join. I had to leave. I didn't leave work, but I stepped out because I needed a minute, right? I needed a minute to process. That has never happened to me before. Everybody that I've brought into business with me, I have, build a relationship, went back and forth, talk. That's work. That's time. And I don't mean to make it sound indifferent, or I don't want to come across ingenuous. That's not it. It's just the system allows things to be so simple for me to be in a different state of mind and have a sale coming, right? And the brother that joined me, shout out to David, came in all in as well. So to my community, we all seen and heard the same messaging, right? And we all have businesses. And I just think that the simplicity of this being able to reach and impact a mass of people, because now we're playing the numbers game, is a lot of, I could be all over the road, which I am probably, but ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, from a person that have never done this, but trusted in myself, believed in myself, trusted my business partner, I went all in, and I didn't just make one sale. I didn't just make 2 sales, not even 3 sales. I'm gonna stop there because, like I said, I don't practice to be that dude. I'm different, and I embrace being different. I talk different, I sound different. Everybody is different, but I'm different. To not have the time or the leverage to be dancing on screen and blah 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 and doing all the extras. And I'm not knocking anybody for what they do and how they do. But for me, I implemented this system so I could impact more people, I could reach more people, and of course, I could increase my cash flow, and of course, residual, use leverage, right? And I'm learning as I do all this, right? I'm learning things, I'm getting better. That's how do I say that? That's a motto that I choose to live by, is getting better and better every day. And this is truly helping me to do so and be an impact, not try to portray myself to be a guru or uru, you know, because I could learn something from everybody. There's so many different backgrounds in our little community right there that I don't know if y'all seen it this way, but you know, they say men lie, woman lie. Hey, marketers even lie too, but numbers don't. And based on the amount of us that's coming in and the like-mindedness that we in, that I don't know if y'all even realize the impact we could have on any one thing, right? So I thought about that as I thought about what I was going to do, what was my vision for the people that I am attracting to me, because it's just more, they're more than just a number, you know, it's a family I'm trying to embrace. I'm looking for my tribe, right? And together, make and leave an impact, all right? And I'm happy to be around so many like-minded people, be around these bosses and boss sets, and to learn. I have a channel named On and Grow, and I always like to pick up the L and throw it in front, because you should always be learning. ASK, I always seek knowledge, right? ABL, I always be learning. And I am embracing learning and making commissions at the same time in a simplistic way that gives me a skill at the same time. Because Jason hit on this and saying that if these platforms go away, which some of us remember from not too long ago, then, you know, your business might go away. But that's my time. I'm gonna try to be short. This throat of mine and this nose of mine is on fire. So I'm gonna cease and settle, turn down the kettle. All right, that's my time. Hope everybody be blessed, be well, man.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh man, thank you so much, Malachi. And listen, you Malachi make us listen intently. Does he not? Right? You are listening. You're on the edge of your seat, right? You are not about to complete his. You think he's gonna say this? He doesn't say that, does he? He says something else. So he's training us to listen, and listen for understanding, right? And something I took away. Do you guys remember Malachi said, "Listen, I was at work. He didn't even know he had a sale. Jeff was the one who saw the little number next to Malachi's name. And he said, Malachi got a sale? And he called him and said, bro, you got a sale. And Malachi's like, no, I don't. Just like, yes, you do. Malachi's, no, I don't. And he checked and he did. And then the young man he's talking about actually upgraded. Person he didn't even know. And that was the first sale he got, all right? And talk about a belief injection, right? A belief injection. And I was so grateful for, again, Malachi coming in, not knowing, kind of just trusting and having that positive reinforcement to keep going, right? And I don't know, I just believe, like, you know, the Most High will give you the signs, you know what I'm saying? And you got to embrace and you got to move forward. You can go however direction you want. We do have free will. Malachi chose to stick with us and keep going. And brother, if we can keep helping you make more sales while you're working, maybe let go of a job or another something that you don't necessarily want to do, I think Myth can be supplemental in that way if you wanted to. So thank you so much for being a part of our community and sharing. Take care of yourself and stay well, brother, okay?
Sure.
Guys, we are rounding this down. You guys are still with me, and we only have a couple more superstars to go. So up next, we have a young lady. She's been on my team before too for some time, and she got plugged into this. I was surprised that she was getting plugged into this. She's come to events that we've had in our primary business here in Atlanta, her and her husband, and she's been moving and shaking. And I tell you guys, it's always exciting sometimes when you don't even hear anything from people. Sometimes, you know, we've been in network marketing, and people start getting quiet. They're like, uh-oh, what happened, right? They're falling away. in myth, it's like people get quiet because they working. They don't need to talk to you. We see the Facebook group, we see the screenshot. Okay, then she fine. All right. So this is Mrs. Sharonda Thomas. It is her birthday today. So I'm going to go ahead and say happy birthday to Sharonda. But Sharonda, please come on out, share with us exactly what made you get plugged into myth, and share with us some of the results that you have been gathering for yourself. All right. So over to you, Miss Sharonda.
Can you hear me? Great. Well, thank you for having me on, Tracy. And anything that you get involved with, I'm right there with you. And I just wanted to say the reason I got involved with myth is because being in the network marketing industry, you run across individuals that come in and you have to train them and get them ready for, network marketing. And so I remember being in network marketing. When did I start network marketing? I started back in, well, I'm gonna tell my age for real. Well, I'm 59. And everybody know. Let me stop this kid. But I think it was back in 1995. I first got started in network marketing with a company called Primerica. And I used to see leaders doing what I thought they were, they were doing things that was generating leads for them that what they were telling us wasn't what they were doing. And I always said, wait a minute, and if I do what you tell me to do, it should work, right? Well, it wasn't. It wasn't working. And I find that now to this day that there's leaders that are telling you to do certain things that they're not really doing. Because if I do it, it should work, right? So I find myself, and I've always been into computers. I came from a corporate background. I was executive secretary, office manager, that kind of stuff, right? And so I always was like an assistant to someone. So when someone tells you what to do, it should work, right? And so you can have your own creative mind, which I have. I have a very creative mind. I like to make what I think come out to reality. So if I'm telling someone to do something, it should work, right? But that's not always the case. And so when I got on, I always said, it has to be a better way. And I knew that other people were saying the same thing. It got to be a better way. I'm not going to come to work every day, work this job for how long? Back then, that was like 1995. So that's what, over almost 30 years. So I always say, it got to be a better way. There's no way I'm going to sit at this desk and listen to this person tell me what to do for the rest of my life. Because if I'm not here, I try going to other jobs. And I know there's other people out there that's the same way. And so it came a point when I first got into the first company, which was Primerica. Like I said, I was listening to leaders who was saying they were doing one thing, but then I bought a computer with the money I was making, right? I was like, that's why when Layla said that, I was like, I can relate to that. I was able to buy a computer. I mean, I wasn't making, but with insurance, you make those commission sales, and they would be hefty. They'd be nice, $200, $300, but it was kitchen tables. And I became the #1 recruiter because I'm good at recruiting. And so I said, okay, it's got to be a better way. I'm having kids, my kids. I'll never forget this story. I got to tell this story, and I know my daughter, if she sees this, she's going to probably flip, but it's okay. She's mad at me anyway. So, when you're back in the day, when you would go out, do kitchen tables, knee to knee, belly to belly, that stuff, right? Talk to people, arm length distance, and you program yourself. Now that I understand how the mind works, you program yourself to do these things, and you start to do them without even thinking about it. It's like automatic. You would not let anybody come. I don't care if they was reading a magazine at the counter. You find a way to say, "Oh, your shoes are." You find a way to say something, right? Something like, I'm good at that, but it's natural, and I mean it though. When I say it, I'm not going to say it if I don't mean it. So I always said, it got to be a better way because I'm tired of doing this. My daughter used to say, "Daddy, my mom was always talking like, you ready to go. And so I said, it gotta be, I always ask for a better way. And that's why Malachi, I kind of feel him when he's talking, because you have to believe, right? If you don't believe, you'll never receive the things that you wanted to receive. And so I'm deeply into that mindset. And I feel like if your mind and your heart is aligned, then everything else will follow. So I'm into that. And so again, I always said it has to be a better way. So moving fast forward a little bit, I said I wanted to be online. I said, I'm tired of going out. I want to be online. And I kid you not, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if you guys I got online, okay, it was 1995. I started looking for a better way. I was always 6 years in. I was 6 years in, and I got the computer and I was online searching. And then something came up where how you can make more money online. And that just blew my mind. I was like, you can make money online? I don't gotta go outside. And that was like game over. I kid you not. I don't know if you guys know Corey Ruddle, back in the day, internet marketing. That was my first, and I didn't even plan on saying this. I was going through my box and I just found this. Today is my birthday, right? So I'm searching for stuff, right? So I found this. And so again, it gotta be a better way, right? So I found that. So from that point on, it was game over. I was all in online, searching, making websites, making flyers, digital. Everything became digital for me, online for my team. I was always making stuff. That's why I love Tracy, because she reminds me of how I used to be, right? My pages have run out since then. Get going. And so I really appreciate her so much. But let me not get off track. So I was online. I started doing everything online. But then my team, it wasn't duplicatable because my team couldn't do what I was doing. So I became burnt out. Mentally, physically, no patience for my kids, no, divorced, all right? Patience ran out with my husband, everything he said. Well, that's another story because he was, no. So again, it has to be another way and another person. You start finding out who you are when you get online, for real. So at that point, when I realized that now I want to build a team, okay, I got to 2 levels. I forget what the levels were now. But anyway, I was building a team, having team meetings, having them over to your house and all of that, right? I was like, gotta be a better way. I got kids, husband gotta go. Everybody gotta go. Kids can't go, they gotta stay. But anyway, it gotta be a better way. So anyway, when I came across, like I said, Corey Ruddle, and then I came across another company, and Tracy, remember, I'm sure, MLSP, right? That just really got the ball rolling. I said, systems, I love systems. Give me a system, I'll tear it apart. I'm ready to go. That I can show someone, because I'm not doing all the work. It's plug and play, right? And so now, if you tell me about a system, I don't care, I'll buy it. I might not get to it right then, but it's there. So when I finish doing what I'm doing, because I do other stuff, I'm in. I got into Myth because I've been with, this is my third company as far as network marketing. And I said I want to build a team, but the last time it burnt me out. I'm not getting burnt out. I'm not getting sick. If it can't be smooth and easy, I don't want to do it. So I said, when I saw Tracy doing Myth, I was like, is that a system? Let me see. So I went, I purchased it because I buy it, go through it. If it ain't for me, I leave it alone. I don't got a bad mouth and I don't gotta say nothing. I just slowly just drift away. But Myth, today, when Tracy asked about leads, and this is what I'm doing too many things, but it's okay with Myth because I saw that it had in the system 100 leads a day. I didn't get to the traffic authority. I was going through they have lessons in there, right? Teach you everything you need to know. I don't have to bug her. I don't got to call nobody because I'm easy. I can look and do it as on my own. And that's what I like, because if I give it to someone else, they could do it on their own. And if they only need me when they need me, you better need me, because I'm like, I homeschooled 3 kids and I made them be resourceful. I point you in the right direction, go read it because you'll learn it. It'll stick and stay. But anyway, with Myth, I said, wait a minute, I've been going in Myth. I've been going to that little bar across the thing for the leader thing, following that and getting my links, going back over to the lead generation secrets, putting the email in. I forgot to copy it for the last one, but anyway, I go in there. I forgot to check if I was getting leads in Myth, right? Myth, right? So I said, did I get leads over there? Wait, I'm confused, because you getting older, you kind of lose it. You slow down what you're thinking a little bit. And so I said, let me go see if I was getting leads. Why I got leads over there? I was like, I got leads over there too. I got 4,800 leads on the 100 leads a day. I have about 35 or 40 leads. Wait, it's 2 pages. So I don't know. I gotta go check, because I didn't even go over there because I was trying to hurry up and put the stuff in when she was asking for it. And I was like, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna have to go back and check. But anyway, I got leads over there and I'm like, dang. And I like Myth because, I'm learning branding and all that stuff, because online, I want to offer as a service one day. So I said, okay, I post on social media. I can see that people are clicking. I got like 200. Like, I know y'all see it, but y'all just not putting your information in. Maybe you don't think it's real. It's real. And so I said, okay, cool. But it doesn't matter, because I'm getting leads with my my Myth. So sometimes I forget to even come on Facebook. The only reason why I come on Facebook is because I go into our group. And so I'm like, you know what? If anybody know me, I don't like wasting my time and I don't like wasting my money. But my mother always told me you have to pay for your learning sometimes, and I'm willing to pay to learn. I'll learn what to do and what not to do. And that's okay. I've made money online, and I bought my first home by working affiliate programs. So it's not new to me. I think it's in my blood or in me, So this Myth, the fact that you could plug in your own system, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you try, for anybody that wants to know about Myth, you get to plug in your own company, right? So let's just say you get tired of a company. You don't gotta say nothing. Switch it back. Swoop, gone. You don't gotta say nothing. And if they want to know what you're doing, they gotta come through Myth. I ain't plugging I'm not posting about no other companies on my page. As a matter of fact, you're not gonna know what I'm doing. If you want to learn how to do something, go through Myth. That's all I got to say. But I love Myth. Myth is I've always, Tracy from back on Empower Network, right? And some other people, but Mac Mills, he was at Empower Network too. We all know how he is, right? Like, if, like, say Tracy, somebody got to be in between that. I love you, Tracy.
Oh man. Sharonda, that is let me tell y'all, that close out right before the last part right here. She said, look, if you get tired of company, snatch them out, snatch them out. Now, here's the thing, guys. There are tons of us, right? Tons of people just in general where we've switched companies before, right? I mean, I've switched companies before. Maybe you've switched companies before. And then you're trying to market the whole thing. And because you're marketing that thing, then when you start doing something else, then now you got to market the next thing. And sometimes people come out with, their resignation. Oh, the reason why I left is because of this, right? I haven't really ever done that. I mean, I guess there's reasons, right? But whatever. And you got to go through this rigmarole, or you just kind of phase out the old thing, right? Bring in the new thing. And what I love about what you just said was that because we are building this with one link and one message on the front,
Mhm.
you don't even know what I'm doing until you take action on step one. Okay.
Mhm.
You qualify yourself. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You qualify yourself to even know what I'm doing. And nobody knows what I'm doing except for the people who are qualified to know.
Exactly.
Now, if I do a video and I show people what the inside looks like, or if you do a video and you kind of do a little demo tutorial, people will see, and that's fine. But the thing is, you are able to have control, right? You are able to be flexible. You are able to maneuver and handle your business however you see fit, because Myth gives you that customization to do so. So that was a point that I don't think was even brought up tonight at all, which is a key point for everybody to understand. Maybe you're in a company, or you're leaving a company, or you're wanting to join a company or add another company, whatever it is, Myth gives you the ability to make these shifts and adjustments without your market actually having to witness the shift and the adjustment. You get good at marketing Myth, you just always be marketing Myth. Okay. And you switch out your stuff as you see fit. If a company no longer serves you in that way, or goes out of business, or whatever, it's like, it's not even a big deal. Just switch it out. Your messaging never changes. Your cold traffic doesn't have to change, right? Nothing needs to change but a simple little link and a video, and you are good to go. So thank you for highlighting that very super duper important point, Miss Sharonda. And I'm so excited to have you on board. Don't y'all like her? She's got a voice, Steve. I know you were the radio person, but she has one of those, like, you know, the after 11 o'clock, like the love music. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, it's getting late. We're getting tired. Okay, listen, we got like 2 more people, I think, guys. Y'all still with me? Can we make it? Can we make it? I think we can make it. All right. So thank you, Sharonda. All right, let's head over to our almost last person, which is Keisha. And Keisha has been hanging in there. Keisha's out of Philly. She's been dealing with some stuff with her leg, I think it is, and not being as mobile as she normally is and would like to be. And Keisha's been online and, you know, working with us for some time as well. But Keisha reached out and said, okay, what's going on, right? What we got going on? She's already on my permanent business team. Like, what's going on, right? And she saw it and she got going. And I'm just so excited to see progression in our community. You know what I'm saying? I get to a point where I just need to see progression. You know, I don't want to recruit people into the same thing over and over, another thing, and then everybody is stagnant. We got to have progression, right? And Keisha is demonstrative of that, as a lot of us are. So Keisha, tell us what brought you to Myth. You're not a stranger to the internet, and what has Myth been able to do? What kind of results have you seen with Myth so far?
Can you hear me okay, Tracy?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. So I'm so excited to be on tonight. And like so many others that shared tonight, I've been doing this for a minute. Okay. I don't really want to date myself, but I started back in the network marketing industry like when I was 18 with Tupperware. Okay. And what they say, belly to belly, personal touch. That's when I first learned. I also dibbed and dabbed in Amway, Quick Star. But honestly, guys, I am from corporate America. I'm a mom. I'm a mompreneur, as we say, right, Tracy? I just had some Facebook notifications come up the other day where my locks were like to right here and blonde, and we were sitting in the couch together at an event, right? Superwoman right here, right? Because I learned the skill of speaking in front of people. I've done blogs, I've done webinars where we brought trainers like Tracy and like what we say 7-figure earners on, and we wanted to know what is the millionaire mindset, right? So I love this. And I started out online because I wanted to bring that offline traditional network marketing online. I wanted to reach more people. I wanted to have that make money while you sleep sell, right? And so what so many people here talked about is making money on autopilot, where you don't have to be on a 3-way call trying to get your upline, your downline, your sideline, somebody to talk to your people. And so when Tracy She's been my mentor for quite some time now. I also was in the business with Mac Mills, Tracy, Aaron, and that's where I learned the skills to get on YouTube, to blog and all those things. So I'm very excited to see a system where I don't have to do much. And literally, sometimes I'm slow because I do analysis paralysis, right? And I'm like very detailed. So I want to get all the information. But you know what? I can trust this superstar right here, Tracy Walker. And when I see like people doing things, I got in. And like Tracy said, I needed to find a way to make money. I'm in financial services. So I help families with that. And I'm like, I broke my leg on Super Bowl Sunday. And so I can't get out to see the clients. And so I'm like, ooh, what am I going to do to bring some cash flow in here? And I know I can depend on Tracy to bring me something that's going to work. And so I said, all right, I'm in. Now, sometimes Tracy have to say, Keisha, click the link. Keisha, because I'm slow, guys, I'm slow. But guess what? The minute I clicked the link, and not even a month after clicking the link, I said, let me try one of these traffic sources. And I tried the one that, what, $1 a day, right? And you get 100 leads. That's like a penny, right? That's a penny for a lead. Now, anybody who's in network marketing knows it's not many places you're going to get a lead for a penny, okay? And when, not even within a week, from me sending emails daily, just following the system, and guess what, guys? They give you the content to share. The system gives you the content to share. And so many people hit it and share that they have contests. They're giving away content. They're giving away goodies. And a lot of us on here are, what? Stephanie, you forgot to say you like in the top 20, right, Steph? Come on, guys. What? If you're watching this and you didn't even click the link yet on these people's page, you better get with the program like I did, okay? And so within a week, I made a sale. And guess what? I'm like, I don't know her. Hey, Alexis, I hope you're watching. Alexis, I hope you plugged in. And then guess what? Some other people say, Keisha, what are you doing? You don't have to just be online. If you have a brick and mortar and you just need more eyeballs in front of your offer, whatever you're offering. Like Tracy said, one of the things we're offering is free. So I had someone else join, and then I was doing something else. They're like, I'm in, Keisha, I'm in. I'm like, okay, good, awesome. Let's go, girl, let's get it. Okay. If you want to make more money, if you want to, what Malachi said, influx of cash flows, right? You want you want to manifest, right? Because I got this sign up in my office here. I'm a money magnet. If you believe that you're a money magnet, you want to help people. But one of the other things I want to share is that I like to serve. And that was the scripture for today. I'm a Christian, okay? And the scripture was, as Jesus did, right? I know we didn't get too spiritual on here today, but I start my day with the word. I manifest, I meditate. And so it was Jesus, he washed the feet of others. And he said, go and wash the feet of others. That was the mandate. That was what he told us to do. Go serve, go serve. So as you're serving others, helping them find solutions, right? I told you I started out with traditional marketing. One of my side gigs is health and wellness. I want to provide solutions to people. And as you're serving others, helping them to get more healthy, you can also help them to get more wealthy. And, so this is an amazing, amazing system that allows you to do it on autopilot. And you heard people who doesn't have that much skills, people that are not as mobile like me, laid up for 6 weeks with crutches, getting around and not able to move, making sales on autopilot. So Tracy, I'm not going to stay. I'm just super excited about the program. It's been a very long time. I came online in 2012, bringing my traditional network marketing business. And it was like, I started that right after the recession. And with so much uncertainty today, guys, you have to find another way. Like Sharonda said, another way, something has to give. So get with the program. All right, Tracy, back to you.
All right, Keisha. Listen, if you break your leg, Myth can help you. Okay. If you whatever you got going on, okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. Because I think one of the big takeaways was that Keisha said the system, the myth and the affiliations with myth give you resources to help jumpstart you. Okay, so a lot of times we're like, well, you know, where are you guys getting emails from? Well, we got swipes, right? You can get access to swipes. You can buy swipes. You can leverage things that, you know, Aaron writes or that I write or Steve or Clint or, you know, Trisha, whoever. It doesn't really make a difference. Things people post on their wall, you know, and rework it and send it out as an email. You know, a lot of times social media, if let's say I make a post, then Clint might make a post similar, right, or vice versa. But guys, what's so beautiful about this? It doesn't have to stop there, right? If Clint could make a post, I could see the post, like, oh, this is a pretty good post, right? I could rip off Clint's post, and I don't even got to post it on social media, so Clint don't even know. I'm sending that to my Legion secret people, right? Clearly even know, right? And then if I get a sale, I can come back to the group and be like, oh man, everybody go use Clint post because this post is crushing. You know what I'm saying? And it's nobody even cares. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is that there's tons of content. We have amazing people here that bring their different gifts and talents to the table. Some of us, we just try different things. Some people actually know how to write, you know, others we just, hey, we mix stuff up and go with what's on our heart. That seems to work at times. And you can leverage what other people have. So thank you, Keisha, for sharing that we've got leverage with the resources. And guys, we've got one more person, and she's one of the newest people. This is even greater that we can have her round this up for us because she's super duper new. And I remember when she started, she goes, Tracy, listen, I don't know if I can get all this stuff going, but she's got it going. Okay, she's got it going. And I think that she may have even made some sales and gotten some leads and some things of that sort. So Miss Victoria, are you still there with us? You held on all the way to the end, and I am so grateful to you. So Miss Victoria, the floor is yours, ma'am.
Well, hello, everyone. And let me tell you, first of all, I'm an introvert, so I don't do a lot of talking or anything like that. This is how can I put it? A step for me, because this is not something that I normally do. But anyway, I want to say good evening to everyone. And to start off, I'm 74. I'm a retired worker from the government. I worked for Social Security for 20 years. I have 3 grown children, which include a set of twins, and that's my why. My kids, my family, this is what I do it for them. Let's see, Tracy. All right, I was in Live Good, and I used to listen to Tracy talk on, I think she only talked on Fridays. So I would listen to her, and I liked the way she talked. I liked what I heard. I liked her energy. So I just started following her and looking at her page and looking at the things that she was doing. So then one day she was talking about this program, SoFi. So I joined that because of her. I was already in Live Good. And then she brought up Myth. So on a whim, I just went ahead and purchased it and signed up. I hadn't looked at it. I didn't know what it was about or anything, but I was just following her. So I went ahead and purchased it. And then I saw that you could add the other businesses. So I added SoFi and Live Good. And then I saw the leads generation program. And I said, oh, well, I can get leads. So I joined that program. And I've been mailing out my leads and emails. Now, I don't know, I'm not tech savvy at all. Even though I've used a computer, I don't do all the things that you all do now with the computer. Like, I think it's so cute, the little faces and things that you put on there. And I don't know how to do that, but maybe one day I will learn. But anyway, to make a long story short, after I got into Myth, I found out that I really liked it. Now, I was in another program before I came to Live Good. I'm not gonna call the name, but I did it, and I stayed with it for a year. I got 389 leads in that company and could not convert one. So when I did this with Myth, I said, oh, this is gonna be the same thing all over again. Like the other day, I think I told Tracy I was praying for leads. Well, I have 110 leads as it is right now, but I don't have it. I didn't have any sales the other day. So I told her I was praying to God, for sales. And she's put on the what is it? The messenger, the little how can I say it? The
The chat.
yeah, the chat. Excuse me. The chat. She put on the chat that don't pray for sales. If you're going to pray for something, pray for the skill set, the mindset that you can learn how to do these things so that you'll have it in your mind and you'll be able to do it with any program that you go with. So that stuck with me. But then the next day, I had a sale. So I was good to go. And I remember her saying that I think statistically, she said, you have to get at least 100 leads before you get a sale. Well, I was at 105 then, and I did get a sale. So I was really, and my kids say I'm flat because I don't do a lot of laughing. I don't do a lot of talking. Like I said, I'm an introvert, but I was in here jumping up and down, screaming and hollering, and they was looking at me and saying, what is wrong with mommy? So that's what I got from Myth. I'm very pleased with it. I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to try to learn as much as I can with the computer, and what I don't get. I remember also Tracy saying she's not going to like coddle you or baby you. She wants you to be independent. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I go to YouTube if I can't find something, or push come to shove, if I really can't find it, I will put it in the chat and someone will help me. It might not be Tracy, but whoever's in there does help. And I so appreciate the little group because everybody is so nice, and I get encouraged by the things that they say. Like I put affirmations on my Facebook post, but they're mainly for me, not for anybody else. They're mainly for me. So I'm enjoying Myth, and I'm going to continue to go with it. And it's back to you, Tracy.
Oh man, I'm telling you, we picked the right one to end tonight, didn't we? I'm telling you, if y'all not jumping up and joy, right, jumping up and down for joy right now, y'all should, because Miss Victoria say her daughters and her family tell her she flat, okay? And Myth caused an uproar in her house, okay? So I think people need to get a little excited about what it is that we are doing. You know what, family, we've been going probably for about 2 hours. It'll be in a few moments, and it doesn't even really seem like it. It kind of does, right? Because we've been on it, we've been listening for a while, but it really doesn't from the standpoint of when you're engaged and you're listening, right? There's somebody that's watching this that heard something that they can align with. There has to be, because there's too many different types of people. There's too many different experience levels. There's too many different backgrounds. There's too many different certainty or uncertainty levels getting started. There's too many different, failures, let me try it type of scenarios. There's scenarios where people have made lots of money and, maybe have not fallen off so much. I've made money and I've lost a lot of money, and so you heard Jason say same thing, like you slide down a scale, and sometimes, guys, it's what's in your mind. You get around the right people and it helps you come to life. And I felt Jason so much with that, right? Because I feel that way at times, right? Like I just got to get back around people that are smarter than me, right? Like Aaron, I got to get around people that are smarter than me, like Mac Mills, right? I got to get around people that do things better than me, that can convert sales better than me, that can reach people better than me, where if I get on a call, I'm actually being fed too. I'm being fed too. And I feel like at Myth, we have people that are at such high levels that we can learn from at any level. right? At any level of this, there's another level to learn from. And I'm grateful for that and the like-mindedness. And so I'm going to turn it to Aaron to go ahead and close us out, because I know he's got to run as well. And I'm sure we all do. We're in different time zones. I know East Coast, we're like, my child over there knocked out, haven't heard nothing in about 40 minutes. So I'm assuming he's asleep on the couch. But I just want to thank every one of you for your story and for your time. And I want to thank you for your authenticity. And I want to thank you for your commitment and your dedication to what we're doing, right? Because yeah, we're all in network marketing. Many of us have the same business. Some people have a different business or two. It doesn't matter. Myth doesn't care what network marketing business you have. You can be in any network marketing business. You can have any affiliate offer that you want. None of it doesn't matter to any of us. But what's so amazing is that we all have interwoven the same types of desires, which is, man, we don't want to work hard anymore, right? Not in our side business, right? Okay. I don't want to work long hours. I don't want to talk to every single person that steps, in my aura. Like, I'm at a point in this day and age, don't even step in my aura. How about that? Let alone say something to you about anything. It's weird out here. Okay? Like they say, I am in this world, but I am not of it. Okay, I'm not of it. And so I'm looking for people that are looking for me, right? I know you guys, you're looking for people that are looking for you. There are tons of people going to the internet every day, typing in Google, how can I make more money online? How can I make money from home? How can I, make money Wi-Fi? How can I change my life? How can I, you know what I'm saying? How can I? And what we're doing is we're finally positioning ourselves to answer that question for people, right? The opportunities that we are in, separate variants, whatever it is, that's part of it. But the person that's typing, how do I do it, is not necessarily looking for, well, what do I sign up to? They want to learn, how do I do it? And if you've ever watched that myth video, which we all have, I encourage you, just go watch it again. You're a member, but go watch it again and understand the message that Mac is conveying. He's teaching people the 3 things that you need to make money online. He's teaching people how. He's teaching the how first. So the person is like, okay, I understand the how. And he's talking about these 4 income streams. They're already thinking, okay, I need to get some income streams. So when they come in, buying something else is not a problem for them. You guys have experienced that. That's not their hang up. We're not selling them on one thing and then they're like, oh, I knew it. I knew it was going to be a sale on something else, right? And then they're immediately hitting the eject button. No, people are already pre-framed to go through set up income streams. If they've got them, great. If they don't, they're buying the ones we're recommending to them. And we're building relationships, we're meeting new people, we're learning how to market and advertise, we're attracting our vibe, or attracting our tribe, right? Which is our vibe. And we're doing it from home, we're doing it anywhere. It's working for us, it's working all over the world. Trisha probably got to sale tonight. I don't even know. I bet you she did. I bet you Trisha was in that Facebook group already tonight. Oh, I got a new autopilot on the Zoom, right? And it's that even in days that I get a little tired, boom, I'm back at it, right? In days where I'm like, oh man, I don't know, I haven't seen anybody have any sales. And then Victoria is like, I got a sale, right? Or Sharella, she's not on here. She's like, boom, I got a 3rd sale, right? I got a 4th sale. Malachi's like, man, they upgraded. I got a 5th sale. Okay. It's that. Okay. So I want you guys to know I'm very grateful to all of you, because together we are spreading this web out and we're reaching a lot of people collectively. And we will. A lot of us are annual members, which means that we see it for at least another 12 months. At least another 12 months we see it. Okay. And we're going to help people along this journey, this journey to do that. And so right before passing it on to Aaron, I'm going to encourage everyone, if you're watching this, whether you're watching it on my wall or Trisha's wall, Clint's wall, Malachi's wall, Aaron's wall, Keisha's wall, Leela's wall, whoever's wall, okay, who's ever Zoom, who's ever video or YouTube, because no telling where you're watching this at this particular point. We're internet people, so we know how to chop and screw some stuff. And it might be, I don't know, it might be on your cell phone, on a Facebook group somewhere. I don't know. So wherever you're watching this, there's probably a link somewhere for you to join the person that's sharing this with you. And I want you to click on that link and I want you to get started, because if you can just see that it is possible for you to make money without working hard. Work, yes, but working smart. If you can understand that and you put yourself in the right environment with the right people, you align yourself with people who are smarter than you, who can make a sale, and you can't. Let Mac make the sale. What you can do is you can get the link in front of the person. And if you don't know people to get the link in front of, don't worry about it. Greg, he's got the traffic, okay? We've got the leads in there. There's no shortage of where to find people, but you just got to do the work in putting your link in front of them. And once they're there, the system is going to take over in real life. In real life, if you've done other systems before and it didn't work, like Victoria say, oh man, I got all these leads and nothing happened. This isn't that. This isn't that, okay? I'm excited about what we're doing. I'm very confident. I'm proud of what we're doing. That's why we're doing this Zoom, okay? This live sharing with other people. And we want you guys to connect and get plugged in right away. I hope somebody inspired you here on tonight. So I'm gonna pass it to the closer of all closers. I don't even know what to call it a closer, but we're closing it out, right? And I think that Aaron has such a magical way with words where he can touch your spirit and he can touch your mind and he can touch your heart, where if you are a person that is going to get started, you're about to get started. Okay. Now, if you're the person that you're not going to get started, no matter what anybody says, then it doesn't matter who closes it out. But if you're right there, I'm going to turn it over to my brother, Aaron, to make sure that he knows you're in the right place at the right time. So Mr. Aaron Rashkin, over to you, brother, to go ahead and close us out.
All right, great stuff, everybody. So proud of everybody here getting results and changing the future of not just their family's life, but the lives of other people that they're reaching out to. You know, one of the things I've always said about this industry is that there's only two kinds of people, right? The first person wakes up in the morning, every morning, crack of dawn, gets out of bed, slams a coffee, says goodbye to their partner, their family, gets the kids off to school, hops in the car, sits in rush hour traffic, gets to the job, gets to the cubicle, gets to the warehouse, the bus, the field, the office, wherever they work to go make ends meet. And they look around and they say, you know what? This is all there is, right? Second kind of person wakes up at the crack of dawn, jumps out of bed, gets out of the house, gets off from the family, they get on the road, they slam the coffee, they get to the job, they look around the cubicle, they look around the workplace, the field, the farm, the cash register, the office that they make ends meet, the classroom, and they look around and they say, this can't be all there is. This can't be all there is. And if you're that person that's saying to yourself that this can't be all there is, you're absolutely right. There's so much more opportunity for you out here. There's so many more, possibilities and potential, but you can't achieve anything by sitting on the sidelines and being a spectator any longer. You cannot achieve success if all you're doing is thinking about it, right? You can't just think and grow rich, right? Although there's a famous book out there by Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich, you have to take action. You have to do something different than you've been doing, right? If you want to achieve something you've never had before, you can't continue to do the same things over and over again and expect different results. That's the definition of insanity. And here with Multiple Income Funnel, right? And the Dream Team and this, Myth Squad and the Funnel Team, right? We have a tool and a system that allows you to literally market one single link to people that are searching for you just as much as you're searching for them. And they're out there. There's millions of them. Tracy just alluded to that. There's literally millions and millions of people searching every single day for new ways to make money, pay off their bills, get out of debt, travel more, take more vacations, catch up on some old promises, remove some of the financial stress that they have around their bills and their finances, with the cost of living, interest rates, the increase in cost of lifestyle, gas, groceries, right? There are people out there starving, literally looking for an opportunity. And we have the ability to reach them with not just the multiple income funnel, but with our traffic and our lead sources, right? And we have one that's built into the system that if you would just take those baby steps every single day, just develop a little bit new mental and marketing muscle and start reaching out to people in a cold market every single day, you can get some quick results on the board, get some leads and traffic coming in like You've heard from so many of the leaders here and so many of the members getting results. We offer you all of the copy that you could literally copy and paste into these email marketing systems, right? This email marketing system that we have, and literally start driving traffic and generating leads in a matter of a day or so. Doesn't take very long to get some traction in your business. And before you know it, you'll make your first sale. And that first sale is so critical because it will fuel you with belief that will show you that you can do this, right? If you can, like I said earlier, if you can lay a brick, you can build a whole city. Because a city is nothing but brick over brick over brick over brick. And if you can do it once, you can do it 101 times, right? You can do it as long as you want to continue to build the skill set and the asset of a list, right? And if you're willing to build a list and build a relationship with your list, you'll monetize your list and you'll be able to set yourself and your family up for literally not just days, weeks, and months, but years and decades, and for literally the rest of your life. If you learn what we teach and you implement the skill set that that multiple income funnel community shares with you every single day, and you just take action, I can tell you right now, not everybody is going to succeed with multiple income funnel, but everybody succeeding that's using multiple income funnel had to get started somewhere. In other words, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And this is a chance for you to spread your message into a cold market if warm market and social media is not doing it for you right now. It's the one thing that we all have in common, is that we have the ability to reach into a cold market using the same tool, same system, same email marketing platform, and the same offer. And if a guy like Jason can do it, and Clint, and Tracy can do it, and Leela can do it, and all these amazing people that you heard from tonight can do it, there's no reason why you can't either. And if you're saying to yourself, I can do this, those words are the mother of all action. So all you got to do is look for a link around this video, whoever's page you're watching it on, whoever's wall you're watching it on. If somebody referred you to this video, get back to them, ask them for their multiple income funnel lead capture page so you can enter into the system, experience and see how it works for yourself. Watch the video. Mac Mills explains everything for you about the formula that we're using to build the business, build an income stream, put the right people in front of your primary opportunity, and have an instant cash flow coming in day after day, week after week, month after month, so that you can build an income while you build your primary business and build your team. So with that, Tracy, I'm going to pass it back over to you. I appreciate all the time that we've all spent together tonight. Lots of information. Make sure to get back to the person that invited you, get started, and experience multiple income funnel for yourself. So Tracy, I'm going to pass it back over to you. Have a great night, everyone. I am out of here. Good night, guys. Have a great night.
All right, guys. Good night.
See you, everybody. Thanks for being here. See you all on the calls.